Welcome to my Irresistible Woman definition series. The definition that we're going to discuss today is warmth. And after I give you the definition, I'm going to answer a question by a woman who just bought the handbook and joined the academy. And she has a serious question. So, warmth is a vibe, but it's deeper than that. If you put your hand on your heart, you'll feel warmness. Inside of you is warm. As a feminine woman, your core is where your strength is, and your softness surrounds that. But that softness generates its warmth from within. So your core is hot. Your core is powerful. Your core is not cold. How could your core be cold and your softness be warm? It doesn't work that way. So what is inside of you is a higher temperature. It's hot. It's powerful. Okay? Now, because our strength is on the inside and we're surrounded by softness, sometimes women use walls. They put up walls to protect themselves. And the important thing with your feminine energy is that you have the power of movement. That is how you keep yourself safe. You move away from what's dangerous. You move away from what's bothering you. You move away from what's irritating you or what doesn't make you feel safe. That's the difference. You don't need to put up a wall and cover your head and cower away. Well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. I'm out of here. I'm leaving, or I won't even show up. That's my power of movement. And so that movement, that that actual masculine movement, yes, it's masculine. That masculine movement, that is what protects you. But it's inside. You're a woman. That is a feminine warmth that that is given off by your power core. Okay. And that power core is what keeps you safe. And it's also the basis of your strength. So always remember that the core, people think because it's hard and it's strong that it's masculine. You could look at it that way, but it's inside of you. It's feminine. It's a feminine core. Okay. And it gives you warmth, gives you heat. It gives you strength. It warms the rest of you. The point in being feminine is to let that warmth emanate further out. All right. You protect yourself not with walls, but with the movement from the power of your core. All right. You have a strong inner core with the softness surrounding it. And just remember that core is hot, it's not cold. So, therefore, warmth is a part of your power. Now, answering the question, here's the question from the handbook reader. And in her question, she's asking me where in the handbook to find the answer. I'm going to give you both the handbook and the academy since you have both programs. So this is the question. I can't afford to be soft and warm in an unsafe world. And she wants to know if leaning back is only for women who live in the suburbs. So the answer is everyone can lean back, but I want to tell you, I totally get where you're coming from. Okay. I started off as a thug. Okay. I just want to be very honest with you. So these are my memories as a thug. And think about it. Soft and feminine and warm isn't so easy when you're preyed on, disrespected, and just a few steps ahead of criminal activity. Okay? I get that. And let alone No one's holding a door open for you unless you have some change to spare. All right. I get the environment, I get the lifestyle. How can you live in your feminine when your external world requires you to be on guard and on the lookout lest you fall prey to manipulation or worse? Here's how you keep a feminine existence when everything around you is rough. And I mind you, I lived a life where my masculinity was a matter of survival. And I got really, really good at it. I was mean. Okay, y'all, I was mean. And I'm sure a lot of you can really relate to what I'm saying. And in some instances, it's cultural, because that's what this young lady is, excuse me, that's what this woman is saying to me. It's cultural, and I get that. But I'm free from all of that now. And did I change locations? Nope. I still live where I always lived. The difference was an inner shift. I changed where I spend my time mentally, and I change where I physically spend my time. I choose where I go. I change my entire existence from the inside out. I choose what words I use, when and how I speak. I choose who deserves my attention and my presence. I choose to respond rather than to react. And I choose to live in a state of inner joy, softness, and grace. I choose sensuality and avoid any person, place, or thing that seeks my compliance with sexual denigration. I set a much higher standard for my love life and my relationships, and I've never looked back. How do I do this? It's all about your perception. It's about what you perceive your life to be. Do I still have to be on guard and on the lookout? Absolutely. But like I said, I choose where I go. I find safer places to go sometimes, but most of the time, just so my inner world can have a break. So I can experience my feminine other than just being in the house. What do I mean? I mean, you can go to the park. You can take day trips outside of the city to go apple picking, wine tasting, whatever, a bazaar, whatever, wherever your interest lies. You can go to museums. You can go to different types of outings with groups, whether it's churches or schools or community-based organizations. And why am I saying this? To experience different environments, because you need to see what environments outside of the environments that you experience in your day to day and going to work, going to school, whatever it is. What other experiences and environments appeal to you? What do you enjoy? And I guess this is many timeouts to saturate yourself in that, whatever it is. And it's not always about taking a vacation. You're supposed to live a life you don't need a vacation from. So, what is it that warms you, that makes you feel your warmth, that warms you up even more? What is it that you enjoy as a woman? What is it that you just enjoy in general? I remember having pajama parties just so everyone could come and hang out, whatever, if we were going to drink or act stupid or go to movies or whatever. It was a time out. Okay. So it seems to me, and I get you 100%, but it seems to me that you're so focused on the external world that it almost has form of control over your internal world, and your internal world is all feminine. Again, it is a matter of perception. To help you with this, I'm going to direct you to, in the handbook, go to the section that says scripting genuine words. Click on that in the table of contents, and it'll take you to that section. It's about getting in touch with what you feel and where you feel it. Then, after that, in the leaning forward section of the handbook, go to leaning forward body language. Third in the handbook, click on the section for in case of a leaning forward masculine energy emergency. That's going to help you get more in touch with your feelings and what's going on inside of you so that you can begin, and it will also show you to distinguish between your masculine feelings and your feminine feelings. And I invite you to make a list of the things that you can do that make you happy. Make a list of things that you enjoy, and make a list of things that make you feel feminine. And preferably, you want to be able to do these things immediately or at least within 24 hours. Right now, you're on a journey to find your joy, and your joy is not outside of you. Your joy is within you first to get to those feelings. Then, since you just got into the academy, I'm just going to invite you to skip to day 2. Skip to the webinar on warmth, and that'll be the second phase of what I'm inviting you to do here. My whole point to you is, don't give in and give up to the hardness. Whether it's life or your environment, you're still a woman and you're still feminine. And hey, that feels good. Okay? It really does feel good. But it's your perception. You have to see it that way. So if I needed to sum this up for you, I would say there's an internal life and then there are external experiences. Begin with your internal life, with making it as warm and soft and feminine as you can take. And this isn't going to happen immediately. You're going to have to work on it, but you have all of the tools that you need because you have both the handbook and the academy. That's hardcore. You go, girl. All right. Really, really, really work on your feelings. Write them out or record them even, whichever works best for you. And once you're starting to feel the warmth and feel a little bit more softness, then you'll seek out different environments to go to. I'll tell you a secret. I love beautiful journals, and I find the most beautiful journals in museums. You know how the museums have a shop or a store? Those journals are the most beautiful journals ever. So, say maybe once a year, I take a day off or a lunch break, a long lunch break, and I'll go to a museum. And I prefer one where I know that there's an exhibit that I want to check out, and I'll just spend my lunch break there. But I'm there on a mission. I am there to get a journal. I'm going to find a beautiful journal, and it normally has some artwork or something on the cover. And It's just such a wonderful day. I always look forward to it. And I bring this to your attention because while I'm there, it seems I'm glowing. I attract men, I attract women, I attract children, I attract animals, everything, and everybody is drawn to me because I have such a beautiful vibe at that moment and I can feel it. It feels good. Okay? That is what I am inviting you to. It is a softness and a warmth that comes from within. You don't have to be surrounded by good people all the time for that to happen. You can seek out the environments. Okay? That's my suggestion to you. And I've guided you to the different section of the handbook and to start with day 2 in the academy and touch base with me. Let me know how this is going for you. Okay? All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed that. And until next week, ciao.